Hi, my name's Carole and this is my channel, So Carole. Hello everyone, happy Friday Sews. I thought I would do my intro from one of my favourite off the beaten paths in the forest. I've got the two dogs digging crazily beside me. It is such a beautiful day. I thought I wouldn't introduce my channel in the sewing room. I would actually introduce it outside in the fresh air. So I just want to say a massive thank you to Jen for creating this hashtag Friday Sews. We all talk about on a Friday what we've been sewing, what fabric we bought, what patterns we bought, and then just a general little bit about life. So I thought I would come to you today from the forest. I hope you don't mind. I will retreat back to the sewing room later when I can show you things, because I certainly didn't bring any sewing with me. First of all, what I will do is show you a few of the things that I have made this week in my sewing room. So I will leave you here and I'll finish walking the dogs and then go back and film the rest. So the first make of this week is Butterick 6730. I have a lot to say about this pattern that I think actually needs a pattern review. I haven't done one before, but I really feel that I want to talk about this pattern. Not because of I don't like it or if it's particularly bad, but there are some few strange things about it. Anyway, I am quite pleased with what I've done. So I used that crinkle rayon I got from Joann's. It's a very floaty material. It's beautiful for spring. I've done the sleeves with the elastic on the bottom. There are three different options: sleeveless or the one with a flounce, which I have done before, but decided not to. I quite like them. I've made it very loose because I don't want it clinging onto me. They're a strange length, and that's nothing that I did. Now, the top was very loose and baggy and just stuck out. So what I have done is put some elastic in the bottom, just so I can sort of gather it up a little bit like that. Now, this bit here is the interesting bit, which I really want to chat about. There are some creases here, but that's actually meant to be there because for some strange reason, you gather this bit under there, which I don't fully understand why, because all you're creating is lines here, which makes it look wrong. It looks fine on the pattern, but not the way I did it. It's not a colour I know that particularly suits me, but I do like it. It's a spring colour. So I made, yet again, New Look 6216, one of my favourite easy top patterns. But look what I did. I did some embroidery. I was really thrilled with this because it was the first proper one I'd done with all these different colour changes, and it is, I'll put a close-up picture, but it's turned a very plain t-shirt. It was a really light viscose jersey, quite a cheap one because I didn't want to go ruining some nice fabric. But I am so pleased with this. I did the cuffs on the sleeves, but you can tell I'm thrilled about it, can't you? So yeah. So what did I end up doing with the double gauze from Beyond the Pink Door? I was boring and I made some pajamas, and I made Butterick 5432. Here it is, and don't laugh. Here they are. They are pajamas, can I just say? And I'm glad they're pajamas. They do absolutely nothing for me. The t-shirt was quite nice. I don't like double gauze. I'm gonna say it. I just don't like the finish. It looks beautiful on some people, and I've seen beautiful little girls in dresses in them, and some people have made some lovely blouses. But for me, I just don't like the finish. And this is the fourth time I've sewn with it now. But these will be perfect. They are comfy, it's a beautiful colour, it's a beautiful fabric, but this is what I don't like about it. I've decided I like fabrics that drape. T-shirt's fine, I cover stitch the bottom, to just give it a bit more something, because I don't like the seams on double gauze. The trousers, well, you know, what can you say? They're pajamas. And they just, I made the small and they're so oversized. I could have easily done extra small, which I'm certainly not in any other pattern. So they'd be great. They'd be great for pajamas. I've just decided that I really don't like sewing with double gauze because of the finish it gives me. Those were the things that I sewed this week. As you can see, I was most pleased with this t-shirt here. I have had lots of fun with the embroidery machine this week. This pattern think I'm going to do a separate review for. I do like it, but I would change the way I do it next time. What I'm really saying is about, it's got a facing and none of us like facings, but what you have to do is secure, this is an extra bit that goes up and you secure it to the facing on the inside. I don't like that at all. And facings are bad enough as it is, but the weight of this tips it over. I've tried to top stitch underneath. I'm not happy about the way it looks, but what I think I would do next time is actually insert this into a binding, have a binding above it and insert that in. So, but I will do a pattern review on that anyway, but it's very pretty. A jigsaw quilt update. Here we have so far, all the bits are sewn together. All the little jigsaw pieces are, for the moment, ironed on, interfaced and iron on. They will be sewn on properly when I put the whole thing with the backing and quilt it. But I am very pleased with it. However, it did cause a lot of sort of brain scratching and trying to work out things. I laid it all out as I thought, but all the colours would blend together. And first of all, you go through and you sew 2 squares together, then you get a set of the 2 squares and you twist it, and that's where it went wrong for me. So you've got some jigsaw pieces going that way and some that way, and it was the twisting that meant that the colours weren't blending as well as I'd planned. So I had to lay them all out and there was a lot of shuffling. I think it took me about an hour, and my husband helped me as well. To try and work out what would be the best combination. But in the end, I thought, I'm thinking too long and hard about this. It is what it is. It's multi-directional. I can't get all the patterns in the right way, in the right order. In fact, a friend of mine has done this quilt and she had exactly the same problem. So it is what it is, and the colours, it's meant to be a jigsaw, it's meant to be a bit of fun. So that's it so far. So what I've got to do now, as you can see, there's sort of jigsaw pieces on the outside. That's going to go onto a border. For the border, it's about 2 or 3 inches, I think. I'm going to use the pink. Yes, it'll be fine with some pieces. It won't quite work with others, but that's fine. I'm going with that. So that's going to be the border. The binding around the outside and the backing are going to be the same fabric, and it's actually one of the fabrics that is in this quilt. It's this grey moons. I was going to say moon and stars, they're just moons. It might be used as a play blanket, so the best thing I thought is to do a colour, not white, but a colour that won't show the dirt quite as much. And they're very much into the greys and the pinks anyway. So that is the next stage. So do the border and then quilt it and then put the binding on. I'm not a quilter. I haven't fallen in love with it, but it has been quicker than crocheting. So I'm very pleased so far. I've discovered with my embroidery machine, I'll backtrack a bit. I bought a embroidery machine from Sew Essential, who are up in Derbyshire, a sewing company. I think it's quite a small company, but I bought a lot of machines from them before. I bought it to do odd bits and bobs, but it is quite addictive. Now, people have warned me. I've now got some proper Butterick, I don't quite know how you pronounce it, threads, and it has made it so much better. I can change colour, it flows through. So as you can see, I had great success with that. I've also played around. Look at this. Isn't that so cute? Winnie the Pooh. I actually did that again and put it on a flannel for my daughter for her birthday. And then last night, I told you, it's addictive. The good thing is you can set it going. You obviously keep your eye on it, but you can tidy the sewing room and do other jobs at the same time. So it's perfect. But I bought some little t-shirts. Just to do experiments of embroidery on for the boys. And I did this one last night. Now this is for the little one. He absolutely loves fish, he loves Dory, and he loves Nemo. So isn't that adorable? So I've done that one to give him when he comes back from his holiday. I'm going to do another one for the older boy, but I can't decide what to do yet, so I'm going to have to go and have a look. Probably be dinosaurs. What am I wearing? You're probably asking, and I forget to tell you every week, but this week I won't forget to tell you because I'm going to make another one. So this is Simplicity 8052. It's quite an old pattern. I'm not sure if you can still get it. I think you can. It's quite as ever, the cover doesn't do it justice, but I'm wearing that with slightly longer sleeves. But what you can't see is it's got this really nice little tuck here. So it's got a yoke, and the yoke goes around to the back. It's gathered on the back, and it's got a little tuck here. And it's a V-neck, and I don't often wear V-necks, but I do like this one. And really, I could do with some more of these. So I thought I'm going to make one next week, and I bought this fabric a few weeks ago, I think, before I went away. I've got a lot of it, this beautiful spring green fabric, so I thought it would look really nice in that. So it's quite a quick make, so I'm going to have another go at making one of these. So that was Simplicity 8052. I did visit the sewing box, my sewing box in Bournemouth on Saturday, and I did get quite a bit of fabric. Not masses, but enough pieces to keep me going. I've also had some patterns recently, but rather than make this a huge long Friday sews, I'm actually going to film that separately and put it out probably over the weekend. So I'm not keeping you too long on a Good Friday. Last weekend, it was quite a grey day on Sunday, but we did do a walk over to Hengistbury Head, which is on the coast in Dorset, just beyond Bournemouth. It's a coastline where it's got a big hill, I think it used to be an old quarry, and you walk all the way around and there's a sandbank. Now, on this sandbank, it's called Muddyford Spit, there are some beach huts, basically sheds. They have got they are slightly bigger than normal beach huts, and they have got a layering above that you can sleep in. Now these beach huts are in demand so much to buy, and they currently average about £450,000 to buy these beach huts. I will put a picture of these beach huts up because the price is unbelievable. The idea is that they are the only beach huts, certainly in the area, maybe it's in the UK, I'm not sure, that you can sleep in overnight between March and October. So you're paying approximately nearly £500,000 to have this beach hut that you can only sleep in from March to October. You have no electricity, no running water. There's toilet blocks and shower blocks that you can use. Crazy. It's the price of a very nice house in the UK. But yeah, they're very much in demand. Anyway, it's a lovely bit of beach, and I'll put some footage in at the end of our walk down there. I do hope you all have a very happy Easter. You have a good break and the weather is kind to you. We're seeing, I think, all the family at one time or another over the Easter break. My son and his wife on Saturday, and the rest of the family on Sunday are coming to mine as ever, for a nice big family roast lamb. And hopefully the weather forecast is good and dry and sunny, so we can get out in the garden with the boys. So as I said, wish you a very happy Easter. Thank you for watching. Thank you for always taking time to chat with me in the comments. I really do appreciate every one of you. And I will see you again next Friday, if not before. Bye.